There's a saying that it's only your friend that will tell you that, oh, my friend, your mouth stinks or is oozing out. You see, what Trump has said to me, I have not picked any offense in it. We must be very frank. I think, let me try to start this way. We are from a family. If, for instance, your siblings, perhaps your elder ones, they have children, and one of them is not tutoring or perhaps bringing the children well, you as a person, it is your duty to caution or perhaps to call your elder one that, look, you are not doing this thing right. Or perhaps intervene by cautioning the words or the children and to do the right thing. Because if you fail to do that, tomorrow there might be your responsibility. And that is what Trump has just done. You know, in Africa, there's a saying that it's a community that gives birth to child or children. The community go together and discipline. I remember when I was growing up. That's the way. That's what Trump has done. He has not done anything abominable. At any rate, let me quickly take us back. I don't know if you've forgotten what happened in Rwanda, the Tutsis, when there was a serious genocide. The issue of responsibility to protect is not. Trump did not just come with it, not just originate it. It's a UN doctrine enacted by our brother from Ghana. What's his name? Kofi Annan. As a result of what happened, that's genocide in Ghana. That we must be our brother's keeper. That's exactly what he has said. Okay, look, since Nigeria will fail in our responsibility, we must adopt the UN doctrine by way of discipline. Whoever is erring. That, to me, it's a straightforward thing. I'm a student of diplomatic practice. So for us, I have not seen anything wrong with it. Perhaps we are all members of the United Nations organizations. So they are using one of the articles to say, okay, we must whip all of us to line. That's not doing well. At any rate, Nigeria is not becoming a cause for concern for everybody, especially the developed world. Our children are passing the Mediterranean Sea. And again, the killings left, right, center. You know what it has done to our pockets? Ordinarily, if I'm coming to Benin, to Abuja, I love driving, or perhaps use public transport. But today I can't dare it because of what is happening in the north, which is gradually gravitating or snowballing into the south. And you are not saying that Trump has said we should do the right thing and we must insult him. Man, I try to be very careful not to use any foul language here. We must be sincere to ourselves. So for me, what he has said or what he has done is for us, our government, to sit tight. You see, I think it was Abacha that once said that if crisis or a disturbing situation or militancy continue more than an hour or more than a day, 24 hours, you know that the government has hands in it. And that is the gospel truth. Just now, Sowore has been declared wanted in Lagos State because it's not singing the tune of the president and the co-travelers. Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention for years because it's not pro the government of the day. And we have seen many, I won't mention names, that are pro. And they are working with Sarin. They are working with our security agencies that will be paying with our taxpayers' money. They are working. The people that say that the society must do it right, and the government must do it right, and these are the things that they are saying that we must take them to Ligogota and so. No, it's not done that way. So for me, it's a very straightforward thing. The government of the day, they must sit right and do it right. And I tell you, let me quickly say this. This one that all of us, we are all crying. We've heard that it was even this government, this party that is the government today, that President Ahmed Bola Tinubu was among the delegates with the SY president late Buhari, Oshomole, and many, no, not Oshomole, I think it was former national, yes,
John
Oyegu. They petition. What they have just done is to open what the petition, the cry to United States. It's okay. Let's go ahead and implement. And that's exactly what has happened. And you are not saying that you've cried to me that your son is not doing it right. And now I want to help you discipline your son. You are not telling me I should not. Oh, no, man. No, we must be very careful. What kind of human being are we? Come on, let us be very sincere.
So,
what is happening is Nigeria is not genocide.
What happened in Rwanda? What happened in Rwanda in 1994? Between 26 and that they brought down the airplane of the then president. It was genocide. But when it comes to Nigeria, it's not genocide. We are not serious. We are not a serious nation. What is genocide? Trying to
targeted killing of
a particular religion, tribe. And what has been happening? You can see our Christian brothers, sisters at the time. They will go to churches. But
of recent, yeah, we have those concerns, but we can't really say of recent maybe it's started as religious, but of recent there's resource control. Those are what the ministry. I'm just trying to tell you what they've said. What the ministry has
said. You're
expecting
something different from them.
And what the stakeholders and statesmen in Nigeria are saying that we shouldn't deepen the divisions and the divides that we have.
You see, what we are saying, we are not saying the Hausa, we are not saying the Fulani, we are saying bandits. We are not saying Fulani, Esme. We are not saying Hausa. We are not saying Yoruba. We are not saying Edo. We are not saying Ijo. We are saying bandit. So kind of loud. Who's dividing who? At any rate, any person in this country that say that what is happening in this country, or perhaps what Donald Trump has said, is an enemy of this country, that person is the greatest enemy of this country. As a people, if we all decide to subsume our collective sovereignty to a government, we're under that government. And whenever we are running foul of the law, they will whip up to line by way of bringing us back to line. And Nigeria is a member of the United Nations. And whenever we are going out of radar, they can use some of their doctrine or article or laws to say we are not doing it right. And we're becoming a concern to many developed countries. I've traveled to some countries. We are being on the news for the wrong reasons. Yeah, we are doing well. Yeah. But look at what is happening around us. Can we say indeed we are sovereign? And I think I've said in one of the some other platforms. A nation where its security architecture cannot wrestle what will currently be developed in terms of insecurity, there's a problem. I think I've heard some army officers coming to say blah blah blah. And at any rate, I'm even more disappointed at those army officers. Ordinary with eternal crisis within the country, you cannot nip it on the board. But here you are, they are promoting you every day. You are becoming a general. What war have you defeated? You've not. Why should you be given a general? I think they need to bury their head in shame, with utmost humility. With utmost humility, because many of them, they become the contractors. They have abandoned their constitutional duty to safeguard our territorial integrity.
Right. So we talked about the issue of concerning data. And Donald Trump does not have enough data to put out this claim.
You see, I think we are just being mischievous. Are you aware that a certain time the United States came to rescue one of their citizens in this country? Were you aware? Even the security architecture of this country, we're not aware that they left before. You see, when we're talking about data, let us be very sincere. We as a people or as a government, we are not a data-driven government. When last did we conduct our census? We are only guessing that we are around 300 million. We are around 200-something million. How do we arrive at that? Census ordinarily ought to have been by what we have. I participated in census ought to have been every 10 years. Since 2006. Since 2006. By next year to be 20 years. And you are here, you're telling me data. We're not a data-driven country. Even in Anambra, one of the contestants, one of you asked him one very salient, simple question. And he fumbled. And you want to govern a state that you are not even aware of. You don't know the nitty-gritty. You don't know the length and breadth. You don't know the population of your state.
Right. So
we are not
gradually.
You see, let me quickly say this. Yeah. The United States, they have more data concerning Nigeria than our government.
Right.
I can beat my chest and say it anywhere. China, their concern is their investment. Let me quickly say this. Perhaps you listen to, or perhaps you must have heard the senator representing the donors. When you point an accusing fingers on the Chinese national of fueling the insecurity in this country. If you're a senator, what information do you and I have? We don't have any compared to a senator. Let's be very sincere. So if a senator can come on the national TV, perhaps you've not heard, you've not seen the video. I have the video. That trappers coming down in the bushes and supplying their arms and ammunition. Even go further to allege that even some retired and even serving generals, they're part of this menace that is bedeviling us as a nation. At any rate, so for me, you don't expect the security formations to be alive. They are part and parcel of the crisis that is bedeviling this country. It was said by Senator Adams Oshomole. Not me, I'm not the first person. And again, they are protecting their investment. They have invested so heavily. They have invested heavily. Even to some extent. The minister has said that we should be learning Chinese in our schools.
Which of the minister?
I think Minister of Foreign Affairs.
It's an international language. There's nothing wrong about learning.
I haven't said that. With utmost humility. I haven't said anything for anything is wrong. Yeah. Don't misconstrue me. But that's to tell you that they are trying to safeguard their interest.
Thank you so much, Mr. Destiny.